Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what it do, people, what it do. Like I said, this is your weekly episode of Just Kicking It with Kstylz. Don't mind the notification. It's just excited to be on. Like I said, I got some guests with me as usual. Look, this is my house. These people coming to join with me. We about to chop it up. On my stage right, we got Mr. J Rock for life, Twitch God. And at the bottom, I know y'all looking at see who this is. It's Mr. Jew Talk Sports. Calm before the storm.
What up, y'all?
And to the diagonal side of me, you see him down there with the farmer friend. I'm finna hunt your ass down hoodie, Mr. Mad Mike Sports, mad scientist.
I can't wait to get to the bull crap. The bull crap.
The bull crap. All right.
The bull crap.
But let's go ahead. We're gonna shout out some of the guys I see in the stream right now. We got, of course, I knew Mr. Cartier Walker was gonna be the first one on here. Like I said, we appreciate
with diamonds on them. I got it. I always gotta say that.
Got Mr. William Amy in the building, Joseph Thornton, Prove It, Harrison the Bunny 2, Asia Green, Mr. Lee, and Marquille Williams. Like I said, we appreciate y'all coming in, tuning in with us right now. But today, I'm gonna do something a little different. We know what y'all came here to talk about, but I want to highlight a Black History moment in the NFL, and I want to talk about Mr. Marlon Briscoe. A lot of people might not know who Marlon Briscoe is. This guy actually was the first Black starting quarterback in the AFL. And let me go ahead and put his picture up right quick so y'all could see who the hell I'm talking about. So basically, his story was he got drafted 14th round. Yes, they had about 20 rounds back then. And the Broncos he was a quarterback in college, but the Broncos wanted to convert him to corner, and he didn't want to play corner. He wanted to play quarterback. So starter got hurt. He came in. Still has the rookie record for most touchdown passes thrown by a rookie with 14. Came to find out he was second in for the rookie of the year. He threw for almost 1,500 yards and ran for 3. But came to find out that he got cut the next year because the fans didn't want to see a Black quarterback.
Ooh.
Oh, so this was around that time.
Around 68.
Wow.
Ooh.
And and what happened was he got cut by the Broncos. And I read a little tidbit too. They said the head coach, his name was Lou Saban. that name sound familiar.
Wow.
Lou Saban made a call around the NFL, around the team, telling them not to pick this guy up. So he went to Buffalo. He tried out for Buffalo. And he switched to wide receiver because they had no room for a quarterback. And he became an all-pro receiver just that second year. And another tidbit about this guy was part of the 1972 Miami Dolphins undefeated team. He was the leading receiver for that team. Well, lead touchdown guy. So,
wow.
I told y'all, your boy is a historian. Don't let Kstylz fool y'all. This man is a historian, man.
I read
all like all nonchalant, man. This boy got knowledge and back of his hand, top of his head, elbows, and under his armpits and everything. That man got knowledge all over the place.
But yeah, I want, like I said, y'all let me know if y'all want me to do this on at least once a month. Well, since it's Black History Month, I'll try to do it every week. But after that, let me know if y'all want to do it like once a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or put his picture back up here. Yes, Marlon Briscoe, the first Black starting quarterback in NFL.
I did not know such thing. Nope, that's something new.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's just the court. Like I said, they didn't want. They like I said a black. They said you never thought you'll see a black quarterback in the NFL. He played. The guy got hurt. The fans literally called for the organization's head to get rid of him because they didn't want a black quarterback. It's just fucked up.
Hey man, things happen like that. When you a black man. Yeah. Oh, don't say that, Mike. Don't say that. You shouldn't.
Yeah, Tony, right. Yeah, like I said, I meant to say he had the most touchdowns, not so much as the receiving yards. He was like top 2 in touchdowns on that team. Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of throw a little tidbit here and there. Like I said, y'all let me know if y'all want me to keep doing that. But let's go into what everybody here is really wanting to talk about. I might have got the number wrong, but Buccaneers win Super Bowl 55. Like I said, Cardiac Walker, you get the congratulations because you was the main one in here doing, like I said, holding them down. Who want to start this up? Because I got some things I can say too, but I'm gonna let one of you, whoever want to take it from
the Jew, man.
I just got to start it out with this, and Jew can he's going. But I just got to say this, man. This is something that like it has nothing to do directly with the game, but it does. I'm on Twitter, I'm on social media, and I'm watching all the reactions, not from the fans. Okay, just take this in consideration. I'm watching all of the former players and NFL players. Disregard what I am saying, whether this game was quote unquote fixed or not. Take in consideration of what Torrey Smith. We're talking about legends of the game. They went in the game, they went on social media, and almost every last one of these guys said, I cannot believe what I am seeing in this game. This is what I am saying and what I'm thinking. What all of us are thinking right here. Don't take anything that we say in consideration, but take in consideration that we saw multiple players. I screenshotted at the very least 7 screenshots of NFL players saying, oh my God, I can't believe they are doing this. These are NFL players, not me, not Kstylz, not Jew, not the Twitch God. It's us, it's NFL players. That's what that right there. I find myself screaming at the screen. Are you fucking kidding me? I literally screamed out. Are you kidding me? In a Super Bowl. I've never been so hot in my life. I've never been that. I have never in my life. Even to see the Falcons completely blow a Super Bowl. I have never in my life seen anything like that. Bro, I'm just as much of a fan, a historian of the game. I watch everybody. I can tell you something about Sammy Ball. I can tell you about YA to all these guys. I have never in my life seen anything like that. And you guys take that how you want to take it.
Hey, I'm about to say, before we get to the next person, let's get in a couple of these comments that's in here right now. So yeah, pretty much everybody's saying they pissed off about the game. It was disappointing. Let's see, we're gonna get right here.
I apologize, you. I apologize, you. I didn't intend to go that long, but I
Oh no, it's good, man.
bad.
Like I said, this is therapy right here, man. We good, man. Gotta let it all out. Like we got Mr. Joseph Thornton said 9 points, no touchdown. The hell we scored on the Bucks. Like basically everybody just pissed off that they only scored 9 points. I think what it is, everybody thought this game was gonna be closer than what it was. Talk about Eddie Degree talking about Tyron's ass should shut up with all that trash talking when he can't block. I'm like, oh Lord. We got a little tidbit on that part too. That's it. Harrison Bunny said KC's old line was doo-doo. And we got one more. Nathan Callaway Jr. said Tampa defense dominated. All right, Drew, what you got for me?
I'm going to try to break this up, but first I want to start with what Mike was talking about. Just the refs. Like, I don't like to cry and talk about the refs, but when I notice you out there on the field, it's a problem. We should not notice you. Like, to me, if you looked at saw the halftime show, Boomer Esiason talked about, I feel like the refs started to take over the game. They were throwing a flag. Like on the last drive of the game, they threw like 3 pass interference flags. And the problem that I have with these refs, if you guys remember in the NFC Championship game against Green Bay, they were letting the guys tug. They were letting the guys play, battle with each other. They were letting them play. This is the Super Bowl. This for the trophy. This for all the marbles. Like, why are you calling the game so tight? Like, that's what made me mad. Like, these players don't know what to do because these refs are not consistent. Like, call the game consistent. Like, it's no way to me that if you look at the first half on Twitter, I posted on my Twitter page, I think the Bucks only had 1 penalty and the Chiefs had like 8 penalty for like 95 yards. It's no way. So you're telling me they're not doing nothing wrong and the Chiefs are doing everything wrong? Like, come on. And that's the problem that I have. Like, let these guys play. Like, half of the penalties we've seen, like I can understand why Tyrann Mathieu, as much as Asia was like Tyrann Mathieu need to shut up. To me, Tyrann Mathieu was furious because he's like, look, the ball that he's throwing, the Tom Brady's throwing, these balls are uncatchable. So it's no way for you to call pass interference. The one that he threw in the end zone and it hit the back of the wall in the end zone, that ball was like 30 yards in the air. No way he was going to
repeat that again. Repeat that last part you just said. Repeat that last part you just said. Just repeat that last part you just said.
Yeah, the ball was uncatchable. Like, that's an NFL rule. That ball was like 30 yards out of, like, it was in the back of the end zone. It was no way Evans was catching that football. So that's the problem that I have with the refs. It's like you're taking the game out of the Chiefs' hands. Like, what people don't understand, football is a game of momentum. So like today, of course, I was watching ESPN, I was watching Fox Sports 1, and how they were just like, well, I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs would have still lost that game. But my thing is this: don't decide the game. That's the problem that I had with the refs. Like, let them play it out on the field. You don't be the reason that the Bucks win. And to me, the refs was mainly the sole reason. Early in that first half, it was still a close game before they start calling all of those flags. If they don't call those flags down the stretch of that game, like, you think about it, the first penalty they called when they said the guy was offside, they kicked a field goal. Then they turned around and said, well, the guy was offside. So they got a first down. They scored a touchdown. That's a 4-point swing right there. Then you look at the end of the half. They were up 14-6. And they had like 3 consecutive pass interference to get down to the 1-yard line. That took them into half being up 21-6. So they basically created that cushion. Well, really, it was only a 1-possession game, a 1 or 2 possession game. It was 14-6 going into halftime. So my biggest problem is, like, to me, the refs start to take over the game. Like, let these guys play. Just let them play. It's a Super Bowl. Like, don't be the reason why we're gonna call the game rigged. Like, and what Mike was saying, y'all know I dislike Tom Brady. I dislike any team in the NFC South. I don't want none of the NFC South teams unless it's the Falcons to win the Super Bowl. But if you go on Twitter You see people that even work in the media, work for the NFL Network. They're like, man, they're calling a lot of penalties. A lot of these penalties are looking suspect. So I'm like, if you see people that's unbiased saying this, if Boomer Esiason saying this and he just calling the game like, yeah, those penalties started to get out of hand, that goes to show you, like, they shouldn't be pulling for either team. He basically came out and said it, like, these refs are taking, they basically stretched the lead. And it wasn't Tom Brady, but everybody consistently says, Tom Brady is the GOAT, and they beat the Chiefs down. But I feel like it wouldn't have had that big of a lead if it wasn't up to the refs. I feel like the refs kind of got in the way of that game, and they stretched that lead out and helped Tom Brady. Tom Brady is great enough on his own. He don't need any help. And that's the problem that I have with it. I'm going to leave it right there because I know we got some other topics to get into about the game. And I know y'all probably want to talk about it. But to me, it was making it look rigged. And I don't like when people I don't like to say the NFL's rigged, and I don't like to do conspiracy theories. But it looked real suspect last night. I'm going to say that much. It was looking real suspect.
Hey, I'm about to say, before we get to J-Rock, we get a couple more of these comments in. Devon Stafford was good, homie. I see you in the building. I actually had a comment up here earlier basically saying that Patrick Mahomes had 500 yards scrambling in the backfield. Where they do that at?
That doesn't surprise me at all. Like, the Bucs have a very good aggressive front four. They're gonna get after the quarterback. It doesn't matter who's the quarterback.
Exactly.
That doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, what bothers me is that, like Jude reiterated and he keeps stating the same thing I'm saying. Once you've taken the momentum from a team, it's hard to get that back. And like I said, it was over from the second quarter on. This is where I really screamed. Like, I've never lost my cool when it pertains to another team. All right, that's not the Atlanta Falcons. I've never lost my cool when it comes down to another team other than my Atlanta Falcons. But second quarter, going into halftime, my boy Travis said it right before it actually happened. Watch, they call a flag, and he's gonna go into the end zone, and he's gonna go and score with less than 40 seconds left. And bro, he did exactly that. Threw the ball up for a Hail Mary, and then they call a flag. Bro, like, I'm literally screaming out loud to myself. Are you kidding me? Everything that we're saying, it's happening in the game. And that's why I say I have no evidence to say that it is rigged, but like you said, it makes it highly suspect. Highly suspect.
Right. So yeah, Devon Stafford said here, with all them flags flying around, you thought we was at a Steelers game. All right, J-Rock, what you got for me, homie?
Look, mine is gonna be short and sweet. I was just as ticked off as y'all guys were, but like how Mike said it, I think I was actually talking to my dad, and he was like, "Look, it's about a minute and 1 second. That's too much time for Tom Brady." But I was like, "But the only way I see them getting downfield, if they call flags." And guess what? They did. But what really ticked me off was, the Tyrann Mathieu, interception, and he had it. And then all of a sudden they called, the flag, right? Not only that, right after that play, they scored. What really ticked me off going into that, first half, going into halftime, was you see Tom Brady circle around Tyrann Mathieu, blocking him from going to his side of the field, mouthing off to Tyrann Mathieu. But they give a flag to Tyrann, to Honey Badger, for what? So I'm like, come on now. And then it's just crazy. Like what you said, the penalties. The Chiefs had 11 flags for 120 yards, right? The Buccaneers only had 4 penalties for 39 yards. This looked like this wasn't even a Super Bowl. This was a regular home game. That's what it really was. It's a regular home game. They had the biggest advantage. You can tell. Look how Tom Brady was carrying himself the whole game. He get the mouth off and talk to whoever he wants, however he wants, and smile and get away with it. They felt like they could just do anything, and that's what bothered me so much because it was just the little things that they would do, and they just put it all on the Chiefs. So it was just real iffy. I didn't like how it was. It started off okay, kind of competitive, defensive stops and all that. But once Buccaneers started to score and put points on the board, that's when it really got out of hand. That's when it was just like, all right, you guys need to stop because it's getting ridiculous. And if you guys don't know, if you don't believe me about that whole Tom Brady mouthing off thing, there's an article out right now. Tom Brady actually apologized, and he sent, I don't know if it's true or not, he might have sent Tyrann Mathieu a message. That's what it said. But it's basically him apologizing because Tom Brady probably started it first. Probably did. It might have been Tyrann. Who knows? Nobody knows. We weren't on that field. We were just watching. We saw what we saw from them too, and that was it. But Tom Brady apologized to Tyrann Mathieu for whatever reason.
Why would he apologize? That's the thing. Why would he apologize?
Tyrann said he said some words that we don't know. He said he's not going to repeat it, but Tom Brady had to say was he was trying to match the intensity with Tyrann. That's the only reason why he said those type of things. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I know everybody's fired up and all that, but
shaking hands with the ref. What the fuck you need to apologize for? You already know. You see refs I posted a picture on my Facebook page. All right, posted a picture. This dude is literally smiling at Tom Brady like he's a goddamn schoolgirl or something. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you really kidding me? This is what we're getting, and you want us to believe that it's not quote unquote rigged? Like, Kstylz, what you got? Because I got some questions. Bro. I got some.
We gonna look. We gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this show. But like I said,
go ahead.
But from the penalties, also like I said, the pass interference call, the one on Mike Evans was that one right there was something that I couldn't believe I saw that one.
Watching too much Hollywood movies.
that motherfucker tripped on his own 2 feet and got the pass interference call. I like, damn, really? But
wow, man.
But I knew I knew the game was over from when I saw the Chiefs sideline. The Chiefs sideline, they were literally about to fight on the sideline with each other. When I saw that, I said, this game is over. Because you got Tyrann Mathieu getting in it with Tyreek Hill. It was like, yeah, they out mentally, they gone.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kstylz. I just want to say one thing based off of what you're saying. It's like when you feel like you're being cheated, it's deflating. When it's third down and you feel like you made a legitimate stop, like y'all seen how Honey Badger got up when he made that interception? Like he took his helmet off and he was like running to the other side of the field ready to celebrate. And then he see the flag and he like, wait, hold up, that flag is on us. Like it's deflating when you're actually making plays and then it's taken away from you. It's deflating. I don't care what nobody says. Like we can sit here and be like, play through the flags and play through it. But when you know you're going up against another great, and then you see on top of it, it's already hard enough to stop them and play within the rules. But then when you see that you're being cheated, it's like it's deflating. And that's what I think started to happen because Tyrann Mathieu usually keeps his cool. But if you guys seen it, I don't know if you guys seen it during the game, they showed Steve Spagnuolo trying to calm him down. And he was kind of like, I was reading what his lips were saying, and he kind of was like, what did they want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm playing my game, but it's like, they're not allowing us to play. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't even know what to do now because what I've been doing all season long, they're not letting me get away with what I always do. So I'm playing for, in his mind, he's playing within the rules, but he's still being punished for it. So he's kind of like, what am I supposed to do? So that's why he was like screaming back and forth. But I like to see that. Like, as much as last year we talked about on our sideline, we didn't see anybody fired up, like Grady Jarrett. We didn't see none of our defensive leaders fired up. One thing I can respect about Tyrann Mathieu, he has that never back down approach, that never back down attitude, and that's why he's one of the leaders of that defense. But I just felt bad for him because I felt like the refs were not letting them play. I'm like, this is the Super Bowl. Let the big dogs play. Like, don't chain one big dog up and let the other big dog loose. If you're gonna let them battle it out and see go mano a mano, I didn't even care about the trash talk so much. It's like they were going at each other. But what I'm trying to say is like what you said, Kstylz. If you're gonna throw a flag, then throw a flag on both of them. Let it be an offsetting penalty because both of them were in each other's face. And don't just it was blatant when they called it just on him. When
they made it super one-sided.
Tom Brady chase him off the field. Yeah, we seen Tom Brady. The refs broke him up. Tyrann Mathieu running back to his sideline. Brady chases him down and gets in his face. Like, so what? Tyrann Mathieu supposed to back down? He a man too. He gonna stand up. That's what he's supposed to do as a big dog.
Even the call on Chris Jones. The referee was
on Chris
right
Jones where the lineman was messing with him.
Yeah.
He looking right at him. And then Chris Jones retaliated, and you called it on Chris. Like, are you kidding me, bro? You looking right at him, hit him. Like,
I was up jumping on a couple of calls. I was literally jumping. I'm like, look, I'm not even a Chiefs fan, but I feel for them right now. Like, this is y'all. Like, that was a very pressured game for them because Tampa is at home in their own Super Bowl. That's what made it so tough for them.
All right, so
like
go.
I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But I'm just going my big eye, okay? I'm just my big eye.
Hold on, let's get a couple of these comments. Devon Stafford said something funny here. I want y'all to see this. He said, if Tom Brady running up on me talking trash to me, I'm slapping him on sight. I'm slapping him on sight. Oh shit. Man.
And you want to know what's so funny? Even Tyron said this. He says, I've never seen this side of Tom Brady ever. So whatever he said that got him pissed off before the game, they just took it way out of hand.
I mean, Tom Brady didn't really do any damn thing. Let's be running. He didn't do a damn thing. All he did was hand the damn ball off to those fucking running backs who were pretty much destroying the damn game. That's the reason why the Chiefs really lost is that running game. The defense is the defense. The defense always played well throughout the entire year. But what set them apart was that running game. That's when Kansas City lost it.
And they did it a little too late. Like, I know they tried to do that to start off the second half, but it's a little too late for that now. You're down. You need to start throwing that ball.
Great point.
I was about to say, I like I said, I got the perfect picture just to describe all that they just took us. This throw right here just said everything in the Super Bowl.
And that was an accurate pass, too.
This throw said everything right
Believe it or not, yo, like, I want to say, I will say this, that, like, that throw right there, like, Patrick Mahomes or whatever, that was an accurate throw.
Dude,
that's fucking insane. That's insane.
Y'all want to talk about arm strength? That's arm strength right there.
That's some fucking arms. Jamarcus Russell ain't got shit on that, boy. But they talk about his 7 yards. But the reason why I say that picture was so accurate of this whole Super Bowl is basically he's falling down, trying to make something happen. Everything ain't going away. I'm just gonna throw something up. Hopefully it works. That throw was basically like him going against not only that the referees, but that Tampa defense, which is going to bring to this next topic that I actually have right here. And I know a lot of people going to agree with me. Before we get to that topic, hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation as well. Make sure you follow Mr. Jew Talk Sports, Mad Mike Sports. And if you on Twitch, Mr. J Rock for life. Like I said, hey, we trying to do, and Just Kstylz, we trying to do something heavy here. We trying to give you the stuff that ESPN and Fox Sports ain't gonna give you, and that's some real shit. But But let me get a couple of these comments before we hit on this topic. Like I said, YMF Jamal, what's going on, homie? Let's see. He said, Tony Wright said Todd Bowles called a brilliant game. Let's see.
I don't
Corey
think
Harris
so.
says,
I got a slightly different opinion than that. I don't think it was a brilliant game plan at all. I thought it was simple.
He said,
But go ahead.
reacting to the way people viewed the way the refs treated players like Shaq and Jordan. Yes, that is true.
I mean, even Jordan didn't get that type of shit. Like, even Jordan didn't get these type of calls where you like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? Are you serious?
Oh yeah,
Jalen get calls. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't even worried about it. Every great player get calls. But like when you gotta say what the hell, that's when like that separates great calls and bull crap.
About to say Jaden Ngalo. I hope I said that right. He said, "Does this game prove to y'all that defenses win championships?" Hey, if that don't prove to you right then and there, you really don't care. Debo Williams said, everybody on Tom Brady's nuts so hard they want him to be his Valentine.
Hey, it's this Sunday.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and hit that topic up right there. So the topic is, was the Buccaneers defense the real MVP of this Super Bowl?
Can I go first?
Go ahead, J-Rock. What you got for me?
So I said this last week on Just Kicking It with Kstylz last Monday. Todd Bowles going to have to draw something and do something totally different than he did in the regular season. And I agree with Mike. I heard him say, it wasn't rocket science. It was real simple. I mean, we already knew the obvious. Mahomes was without about 3 or 4 offensive linemen, starters, right? Todd Bowles is going to have to bring the house. He did that. So it wasn't like it was super like, oh, man, like he needs to do this, do that, do that. They ran cover 2 the whole game, and they blitzed like crazy at the right times. So it wasn't not trying to take away and shit on Todd Bowles. He did great. He did something different. He got away from the one-on-one man because Buccaneers do got some good man corners, but one-on-one the whole game, they're going to get tired. You see Tyreek Hill was being single coverage, for a little bit, but they still ran the cover 2. They was not trying to let them get nothing. It was just pretty much everything underneath. So Todd Bowles, I would say he is the MVP because he set them up for, good spots throughout the whole game. So they did well. But that's all I got to say about that. So I did say Todd Bowles will have to do something completely different, and he did. That's what won them the game. The offense didn't really do much. They got bailed out, but I give it all to their defense. Todd Bowles, MVP.
All right.
And whoever else want to pick it off, take it.
I'm about to say, before I get to Jew, let me hit a couple of these comments right quick. Jaden Nagalo came with another one talking about how do you feel about Winfield's celebration of Tyreek? I'll be honest with you, it was bound to come because Tyreek does that to everybody. So somebody just threw it in his face. It's about as simple as I can go. Make sure, like I said, if y'all didn't watch Kicking It with Kstylz last week, if you paid attention to all the keys to this Super Bowl, everything played out exactly the way we said. The only thing, the score was different.
Right.
We thought it was going to be a 3-point game. It ended up being a 22-point game. 23-point game, I meant. But like you said, Rebel ATL said, 82%, the 84% covered 2 by the Bucs defense the whole game. Simple, but it worked. Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Drew.
What you got, Drew?
What I'm gonna say is that the game plan by Todd Bowles was simple, but you know what he deserves credit for, and we've been talking about our Atlanta Falcons. Y'all know I revert everything back to our Atlanta Falcons. What do we say all year long? When something works, don't go away from it. We was blitzing Tom Brady the first time we played him. We was up 17-0. What are we doing in the second half? Go back to cover 3. So what does what credit does Todd Bowles deserve? The credit that I'm gonna give him is he stuck with his game plan. When he seen that they couldn't stop the cover 2 and that Andy Reid wasn't making the proper adjustments, because how you beat cover 2 is you run the ball. When they got 2 high safeties like that, if they're gonna play back, it's a light box. You hand the ball to your running back. So really, I was disappointed in Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy for not making the proper adjustments. They really looked like Farmer Fran last night. They really looked like Dirk Cutter had. It was disguised. It was Andy Reid disguised as Dirk Cutter, because they looked like the Kansas City Falcons last night. They continued to try to get chunk plays, continued to try to throw the ball. I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, hey, hand the ball off. Like, if they go, y'all see it every time they handed the ball off, they were getting yards a clip. Hand the ball off and run right at the teeth of that defense. Because one thing that I noticed that I didn't like about Kansas City's game plan, why are y'all running side to side? Devin White and the other linebacker that they have, they're fast. They're fast flowing linebackers. It's just like Deion Jones. When you play the offense, Levante David, you're not going to be able to run sideline to sideline against these guys. And a lot of the times when they were trying to run outside, they were pitching the ball. Like, that's what those guys do best, is run sideline to sideline. You have to run right at that defense, at the teeth of their defense. But I feel like they stopped running the football. Early in the game, they ran the ball. When they ran the ball, they got yardage. But they seen that Pat Mahomes and they seen that the offense of Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, all they wanted to do was throw the ball deep. And they wanted to try to take shots and get chunk plays, and they refused to give them that. So Todd Bowles was like, well, you're not going to make the adjustment and run the ball. I'm going to sit in cover 2 the rest of the game. It's no reason for me to change, because you guys are not changing. Why am I going to change when what we're doing is working? And that's one thing I got to give him credit for, because as our Atlanta Falcons, we seen last year, anytime we were doing anything that worked, for whatever reason, what did Raheem Moore say? We knew Tom Brady was going to make the adjustment.
To the left. That's
so
what we did.
That's what they deserve credit for. That's what they deserve credit for. They deserve credit for they continue to do what was working. They seen that they couldn't stop the cover 2, or they were going to continue to try to take deep shots when they were double teaming and bracket coveraging guys. Okay, we're gonna let Kelsey catch those little, a couple routes across the middle. He really wasn't getting any big plays. Like, y'all noticed, they didn't let the Chiefs get any explosive plays down the field. Down the sideline, there was nothing happening. They had Tyreek Hill basically under a chokehold. Like, he didn't do nothing last year. So, and when the ball was thrown their way, they were dropping passes. So, I mean, I really don't think that it was a complex game plan. I was just disappointed because I thought Andy Reid and their offensive coaching staff, that they would mix it up a little bit more. To me, they didn't mix it up. They kind of just stuck with what they were doing the whole game. And that's what made it a watch.
All right, before we get to Mike, let's go and get a couple more comments in before we get to Mike. Tony Wright said Vita Vea had been out of lineup since week 9 in his first game back for the NFC Championship game. Tampa defense balled in that game also.
Hey, I seen that other comment. The dude said he think Todd Bowles probably looked at that game when we played against the Chiefs. I like that one.
Yeah, it pretty much damn near was the blueprint. In a way. But yeah,
one other thing I want to say too, Kstylz, I'll let Mike take it. Before you take it, Mike, was one other comment that I had. I just thought about it. For all of those Matt Ryan haters, y'all seen Pat Mahomes last night when he won't get no blocking, right?
Woo!
Y'all seen how bad Pat Mahomes looked last night when he wasn't being protected. That's the point we make when we say a quarterback can't do nothing from his backside. This man was out there running for his life. They tried to get that man killed last night. And that's my point. I don't care how far you can throw the ball. Kstylz put that picture up there with him doing a Superman and him throwing the ball. Exactly. That means nothing. If you're not getting protected, and if all 11 players on the field are not doing their job, it doesn't matter how great one player is. And that's the point we've been trying to make. And that's the major point that I wanted to hit on. Is you seen last night, Pat Mahomes is the former MVP, one of the strongest arm quarterbacks in the game. He can run, he can throw, he can do it all. Last night, that man didn't score a touchdown. That goes to show you right there for the Matt Ryan haters that's in here. That goes to show you that it takes all 11 guys. It takes a team to win. I don't care how good you are as an individual. With that being said, go ahead, Mike.
I just want to say this. You all have excellent points when it comes down to Todd Bowles. We've been stating this all year. One of the biggest issues in the NFL as far as coaches are concerned is that they get caught up in their own ego. They get to the big game by doing such and such. And that what really ultimately killed Kansas City. They abandoned the run. You look at last week's game against the AFC Championship with when they had Chad Henne came in. They adopted the run. They ran the ball. They ran sideways. They ran up the middle. They did everything you're supposed to do to protect your quarterback. They went completely away from that game plan. And they did what they quote unquote they do best, and that's the issue. I'm not disregarding the fact that the Bucs didn't win the game. In fact, I don't think it was a smart game plan at all. It was just something that was just okay. This is what they do. We're not going to let them get deep, and you force the quarterback to be a quarterback when you play cover 2, and that's the thing. If you don't have Tyreek sitting, that's one thing that I think Andy Reid really screwed the game plan up. He had Tyreek on the outside. He should have had him in the slot so he's more difficult to cover. You should have lined him with on the same side as Travis Kelce so those guys can pretty much separate the two safeties. It forces the free safety to either worry about Kelce or to worry about Tyreek Hill. I don't know why he didn't exploit that. He could have had a running back on one side if you wanted to throw the ball to this guy or versus that guy. Andy Reid did none of that entire game. Second of all, I want to say this is about, and I think he doesn't get any credit for this game, whatsoever. The coverage wasn't great. Their coverage wasn't great. They had open guys. Kansas City dropped a lot of passes. So the coverage wasn't great. And one guy pretty much took over the entire game. And I believe if I were him, I would be asking for a contract extension. Who am I talking about? Shaq mother freaking Barrett. Give this guy credit. That dude looked like Von Miller. That guy was wreaking havoc. It don't matter where they was lining up. They was lining him up on the right side and left side. It didn't matter. So when it comes down to it, Shaq Barrett single-handedly destroyed the Kansas City offense. It wasn't because the offensive line couldn't block him. It's because Shaq Barrett was just a one-man wrecking crew. It was not a great game plan. It was something simple. Play cover 2 and let Shaq Barrett wreak havoc. That's what they did. It's nothing spectacular about that. But this is why coaches lose their job, because they try to be so, elaborate and come up with these elaborate schemes and whatnot instead of doing what works. Drew, we always say that. Stop trying to be pretty. Stop trying to worry about all these highlights and just do what works. That's why they won the game. They stuck to the game plan. They stuck with what works, and they didn't go. This is how Tom Brady has been winning championships all his career. The other teams stop doing what they're good at because I don't know why they get scared. Oh, Tom Brady, he's eventually going to do it. This is why. Coaches lose Super Bowl. And I'm just going to say it just like this. Andy Reid lost the Super Bowl because he stuck to what he thought the identity of this team is. You're never going, and this is why I love what Arthur Smith is saying. It's yet to be proven, but he's saying he's going to play to the player's skill set. He's going to adapt to the players. That's how you win. Adapt to the players. You can't stick to one philosophy. We've seen this for years with the Atlanta Falcons. All we know to do is throw the damn ball 50 times, and we think we're going to win games like that. No, you got to do everything it takes to win games, whether it's passing to the damn fullback 50 times or running the ball 50 times or passing the ball 50 times. Whichever works, we got to stick with that. And this is the reason why Tampa Bay is Super Bowl champions right now, because they stuck with what works.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, that was some good work there. Like I said, everybody had some good words and stuff on that. We're going to get to a couple more of these comments before I give my thoughts on it. Prove it said it was almost like Andy Reid was watching Dirk Cutter film. It looked like it, bro. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball 24 times before halftime. You was already setting this guy up to get murdered out there.
Yeah, he was pressured 29 times, I believe, the whole game, 29 times.
Right.
Super Bowl record. That's a Super Bowl record, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like you said, your boy Michael Walker, shout out to him. Oh yeah, Buck Skull Game is in the building. What's going on, homie? I saw you in there. Michael Walker said Brady did nothing special. Yeah, he damn sure didn't do nothing special. But let's see. But what I saw what Todd Bowles did was, like you said, it was nothing special. The only thing he did differently was he took a defensive lineman out and put an extra corner in.
Mm-hmm.
They was playing the 2-4-5 the whole night.
Because they weren't running the ball. They weren't running the ball. And that right there, you gotta, like, that's you. If you're a genius offensive coordinator, you gotta see that. You gotta adjust to that.
Right.
Ego kills championship teams. Ego kills championship teams. No matter how much talent you got on your roster, if your coach gets stuck in his ego and stuck in his ways, you're never gonna win games.
Yeah, that right there was on something serious right there. Because I'm right now on my phone looking at the rushing totals. Kansas City ran the ball 16 times for 80-something yards.
They ran it 33. They ran for over almost 150 yards, Kstylz. I looked at it earlier today. Tampa Bay ran for 145 on 33 attempts.
Okay, yeah. Tom Brady only threw the ball 29 times. Patrick Mahomes threw it almost 50 times. So
He had to at that point.
That's how much. Damn, they really were Kansas City Falcons. God dang, man.
like I said, he threw the ball.
Like those really are our numbers.
But like I said, it just comes down to what it said. You have to run the damn ball. Remember, like I said, it's a philosophy of you have to have you cannot be finesse out here. You got to be tough in the trenches. You got to make a statement. And like I said, I think Andy Reid, like I said, I have to give the dodo bird for Andy Reid. Like I said, I'm not gonna give so much on Airbnb because we know Andy Reid calls most of the plays.
He was looking at that damn play sheet harder than a motherfucker, though. I can tell you that much. He was like, good in that motherfucker.
Well, he burnt that motherfucker to the ground. Boy, you can make smoke signals on that play, but boy, he like, whew. Oh yeah, we can't do this no more. But yeah, man, it's like, dude, you you knew that your tackles was out, and you knew Tampa Bay was gonna come with some aggressive shit with their front seven. But you sitting here trying to throw deep routes, not only putting your quarterback in jeopardy, because like I said, he had 500 scramble yards behind the line of scrimmage. Who the hell came up with a stat like that? I didn't even know that stat was even possible.
I expected him to get the ball
on next gen
like. The next gen stat.
That's on next gen stat, dog.
Exactly. He said, Andy Reid was like, "Why the hell these plays ain't working?" Bruh, I just seen Patrick Mahomes this game. They made Patrick Mahomes look like Josh Allen out there. That's how bad it looked. If you looked at that Buffalo game, well, he looked worse. Well, I wouldn't say he looked worse than that. At least he almost had 300 yards. But it was like Patrick Mahomes was trying to he trying to make lemonade out of shit, and it just was not working for him. But like I said, shout out to that Tampa front seven, boy, because they brought it. Hey, like I said, to the 2-4-5 is something that I don't see often like that, but hey, man, they terrorized that offensive line. It was almost like they
what the Falcons did when they almost beat them. That's essentially what the Falcons was playing when they were playing the Falcons. The Falcons just went all DBs and used their front four to get to the quarterback, and they almost beat them like that.
Right. The only difference was Tampa Bay didn't run. He didn't run the Amber Rose slut walk defense. I didn't see that. So that's a good. I didn't see that.
Oh my god!
But yeah, like I said, I want to also give a shout out to Devin White, boy, because boy, that's a monster. Like I agree with Brandon Levy. He is a monster out there. But outside of giving Devin White that credit, you have to give Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh credit too, because they pushed Patrick Mahomes outside. Like I said, if you don't get that rush up front, like I said, your quarterback gonna be cut all day.
I expected to see more Sammy Watkins. Like they didn't even try to get to Sammy. They didn't try to get the ball to the running backs out of the backfield. That's a staple of Andy Reid offense. You didn't even do that. So it's like you just trying to make sure you embarrass them by forcing the ball. Like I just thought they were trying to force the ball to Tariq. It became the Tariq Hill show. That's when he's not a number one. He's not a. I'll take that back. He's a number one. But he's not a difference maker. Julio Jones, Hopkins, those guys are difference makers. What I mean by that, you command not only a double team and a triple team, but you can't leave this guy. You can't leave him one. I mean, you can't leave him. What you can't do is Julio can take a slant to the house. So you can't just leave. You play him deep and then not worry about underneath, because Julio and Hopkins, those guys can take a slant to the house at any given moment, break a tackle, run over your linebacker, run over safety, and they gone. That's not what Tariq Hill. So I don't understand why they tried to do that anyway. Like I said, I honestly thought it was just a bad game plan. I just don't know what the hell Andy Reid was thinking.
All right. I wanted y'all to hit a couple of these comments right quick. Marvin Johnson said here, he said, the way that this Super Bowl went is setting the stage for an interesting draft.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you have to play. Your defense has to get turnovers. I didn't know Tampa Bay was number one in the league in turnovers. I didn't know that. So it didn't surprise. Like I said, I was like, no wonder. So yeah, defense and running the ball is gonna win you championships. We can pass. You can pass all day and do all that cutesy shit. Nah, bro. The real championship teams play dirty foot. They play dirty grit football. And Sean Jones here has a comment right here. He said, do you think this Tampa defense is better than the Warren Sapp Tampa defense? No.
Hell no.
No.
hell
Because they
No.
their secondary could cover your ass off. You wasn't getting much
Boy.
on them secondary.
Barber was something serious, man.
Rondé
Yes.
Barber, I think, is one of the best cover two corners I've seen.
Ever.
That I've seen. Yes.
Listen, they had Sapp, Simeon Rice, Barber.
Derek
And
Brooks.
y'all can't forget about John Lynch.
Oh, don't forget Booger now.
Yes,
You can't
bro.
forget
Yeah,
Booger.
and Booger too. Yep.
Derek Brooks at that linebacker.
Yep.
Woo, boy.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players.
Mm,
I love me some
Yeah.
Derrick Brooks, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this defense was good, but not Tampa Bay from 02, 03. No. Ain't even close. Because the weakness of this Tampa team, the defense, is their secondary. Their corners is a weakness. That Tampa 2 defense, they had no weaknesses at all. They really didn't.
No. No weaknesses, bro. None.
They used to, like I said, as much as everybody loved Michael Vick, outside of the Eagles, the Buccaneers gave Michael Vick all the
I
smoke.
thought they was gonna kill Michael Vick, man. I thought they was gonna kill him. Bro.
All the smoke.
I'm praying for
And y'all
Michael
gotta think
Vick.
about what they did. Y'all gotta go look at the Super Bowl. Them boys in the Super Bowl. What they did to the Raiders in the Super Bowl. You gotta remember that was Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, Rich Gannon. They had a squad and they shut them down in the Super Bowl. We thought Kansas City got shut down. Go look at that Super Bowl. They picked off like two, took it back to the house. Derrick Brooks took one back to the house. And they had like 2 pick sixes. They scored like 40-some points in that game.
And most of the defense.
It was ugly.
The defense, exactly.
It was defense because the offense really didn't do nothing that game. That defense, I think that defense scored just as many points as that offense did. But Jonathan, hey, look, Jonathan Armstrong said it best right here. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I could smoke a bag of that. Yeah, that's let's see what else we got. I just saw here Seiko Mo said, how much of a game plan is switching it up and doing what you got there? I guess what he's trying to say is how much do you think it was of them switching the game plan up or just doing the same thing they did all season?
I think it was, to be honest, to answer his question, I really think what happened in this game was like they never made the adjustment. The Chiefs never made the adjustment.
Exactly.
Like once they seen they were sitting in cover 2, they should have started running the ball to bring them out of the cover 2. And then once they would have dropped down one of those safeties to try to help stop the run, then you hit them over the top. Or then create more favorable matchups one-on-one. But they never adjusted. But we have to credit Tampa Bay again. Because they never made the adjustment, you never seen Todd Bowles say, well, okay, now I'm a blitz. No, he just kept bringing his front 4 and kept dropping everybody in the coverage. Because he's like, okay, y'all going to keep sending these guys deep. I'm going to keep doubling your 2 best players, and I'm going to keep bringing the front 4. I'm not going to blitz. Why blitz you when I see the front 4 is getting after you? That makes no sense. Like, I'm not going to blitz my linebackers and my corners and my safeties when I see Shaq Barrett is killing y'all. Like, I'm just going to keep dropping everybody in the coverage, period.
Yeah, and when they did try to do the adjustment, like by starting off running the ball in that third quarter, it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
Way too late. You're
I
down
have one quick
by
question for
15.
y'all. One quick question. Where was Le'Veon Bell at last night? I thought he was on the Chiefs. Like, where's Le'Veon Bell at?
On the sideline wondering what the hell just happened.
Same thing. Mike is trying to figure out why the hell Sammy Walker's wasn't out there.
Oh, he was out there. They just wasn't throwing him the ball.
I don't think he played a snap though.
I saw him. He caught a prayer. I saw him. I watched him the whole game.
No. I'm talking about Le'Veon Bell.
Man, Le'Veon Bell was holding.
Yeah, I don't know. Le'Veon, I don't think he did.
Yeah, I didn't see Le'Veon Bell at all. I
he
seen
pretty
Sammy
much got
Watkins. I'm talking about Le'Veon Bell. Oh, he got benched. Okay.
Yeah, it was Galera pretty much when he came back. It pretty much benched him.
Okay, bet.
Bruh, Hilaire had 9 carries.
Just
I would think if you was gonna help your quarterback out, would you at least have somebody in the 15s at least?
Yeah.
Take them extra throws off his hand.
I mean, they didn't use the screen game like they typically do. Like they just like he just went full retard. Like I don't know what. That's like I said, coaches lose Super Bowls. All year the Chiefs have used screen plays and they gotten the ball to their running backs in the passing game, and then you get to the Super Bowl, you think you're gonna beat everybody deep. Like it's a dummy mission, man. You sitting on all them guys on dummy missions, knowing that shit was gonna blow up in their face.
Bruh, somebody said it in the comment earlier too. Do you realize LaShawn McCoy won 2 Super Bowls back to back?
Ain't that something? And he won it. He won it.
Kansas City last year,
Yep.
Tampa Bay this year.
He ain't did a
He ain't
damn
do
thing either.
he ain't do nothing. He might as well be a
That boy Rose decided to got 2 Super Bowls out of it.
He's like, hey, thanks, Andy Reid, being on the other team. Thanks, Andy Reid.
boy got a participation trophy.
You said, what'd you say, Drew? A participation trophy?
Yeah, man. He ain't do nothing. Look, he might as well give me his ring. That boy would rather be on the practice squad. He ain't do nothing, dog.
You get a ring. Everybody get a ring.
Look, how easy
Yeah, he
is
got
it
a
to
bonus
say,
for
hey,
that shit.
just suit up.
He got a bonus for that. He like, damn that shit. I'm finna take
All
it.
you got to do is just go out there and just suit up. You ain't got to play. Just suit up, all right?
But oh yeah, I'm about to say, did y'all watch the game all the way through too? Because I want to make this comment too. Did y'all watch the game all the way through? Did you see Nickelodeon through that last little tidbit in the Super Bowl to make sure, like, yeah, we still here?
After the third quarter. Just couldn't.
I just stopped. I was like, it's just no point in even watching it anymore.
Bruh, they remember the slime zone and the Nickelodeon trophy and all the little things I talked about before. Well, they did it for this Super Bowl too. I said,
They
really?
did?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they showed some of it during the game, and then I think after that I went upstairs.
Yeah. They showed the highlights of the first 3 quarters and showed that shit. I said, oh my goodness. I like, really? Well, like Nickelodeon said they want the same thing. But yeah, Bill Ellsworth, the question was this offense play calling was on Andy Reid or Eddie Bieniemy? Like I said, I'm putting on Andy Reid.
Both of them.
You would say both of them, but I'm a majority put it on him because he calls majority of the plays. I have to.
And he know better. He the head coach. He should know better. That's another reason why we're putting on him Kstylz. You've been in the league as long as Andy Reid has been in the league. It's no excuse. Like, people forget when he was in Philadelphia, they went to like 4 straight NFC championship games. And we know, like Mike was saying, when he was in Philadelphia, that's all he would do is use his running backs out of the backfield. Brian Westbrook, he loved throwing the ball out of the backfield. So I don't know what. Like, he went completely away from the game plan he always go with. So I don't know what he was doing.
I mean, he looked at that game plan. The game plan is the same game plan that they won last year on. Getting the ball out of his hand quick and get it to the running backs and let them do their thing. That's how they won last year. Yeah. So you don't even can bring that to the. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, look, like you said, Andy Reid turned into Dirk Cutter last night. That's all that shit was. Trying to throw everything deep, trying to get everything down. But before I get this, Ultra Shadow said he made it believe that the Super Bowl was being broadcast on Nickelodeon, but it actually wasn't. It caught me off guard. I went to Nickelodeon myself to try to see it. I was like, wait a minute, they telling me something I ain't. Tony Wright said here, he said, yeah, each Super Bowl winner receives 120 G's and the losers get 60 G's.
That's it.
Shit, that's a car note right there. They good. That's a car note. They good. Oh my god.
That's a Spencer car.
I know, right?
That's a Tesla right
there.
That's a Tesla right there for your head. Oh yeah, Chris Brady said here, yesterday's game showed us that a dominant pass rush can win you a Super Bowl. Yeah, every Super Bowl winner has had some type of a pass rush. Even Kansas City last year, which defense really, like we said, is not really all that great, but they get timely stops, and that's what it came down to. Tampa Bay, like you said, Tampa Bay did not go away from what was working in the first quarter, and they kept going through it for 4 quarters, 60 minutes. That is what the run the damn ball philosophy is about. Stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. Be physical.
I want to piggyback on that 2K style.
Go ahead, man.
I want to piggyback on what you just said, bro. Before I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you were saying, how many times have I told y'all that it's always about the front 7 and the front 4? If you got a great front 4, you don't have to have a great secondary because a quarterback has no time to look down the field. And that's really what took place yesterday. Like how Mike was saying, like if you go back and watch the film, like if Mike or Big Load, they do like a film breakdown or film study on the Super Bowl, like he says, it was guys open. The problem was Pat Mahomes was running for his life. Like he couldn't see him because he was running. He was running from everybody in the backfield. If you seen him, he looked like he was outside playing street football. The way he was running, he wasn't even running orthodox. He was running in circles. He was doing anything he could to get away. He looked like Day running from Baby D. He was running in circles. He was trying to do anything he could to get away, dog.
You're not gonna catch me as usual, Baby D.
Bruh,
that's what it looked like, a double spin and then just threw it up. I mean, it was almost a touchdown. I literally jumped out of my seat when I seen that throw.
Yeah. Hey, he was like little Chris from the first Friday. He was like, quit playing.
This man did a whole ballerina spin, 2 of them, and then threw the ball.
This man was pirouetting, running in circles. Like, you know, if you see a quarterback, they run to the side. This man in the backfield running 20 yards back. He dropping back 20 yards, running in circles. Like
quick,
I mean,
too.
you got a good
he's like spinning, like just gone. Like I'm like, damn, he run fast. He run real fast running backwards.
He run faster going backwards than he did forward. I tell you that much.
Yeah, he had no choice.
Ain't no running quarterback. He's an improviser at best, but God damn, boy, I'm like, yeah, you could tell he got shell shocked because he got shell shocked because as soon as he dropped back, he was already in run mode. And I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all had noticed a couple of the running plays they was running these kind of trick. I'm going to one side, but I'm handing off to the other side type running plays. I was like, bro, you gonna get somebody murdered with these plays. Like he was turning this way, but he was handing off like this. I'm like, dude.
Mm-hmm. Just getting too cute, man. Just getting too cute. Yeah. That's why I said the coaches that did a terrible job. Like sometimes you just gotta water this shit down because everybody expect Kansas City to be cute. Sometimes you just gotta bust somebody in the mouth, man. But we all know Mike Tyson can, he can move around, but guess what? When it all comes down, when Mike Tyson ready to knock your ass out, Mike Tyson did one thing right. Right hand uppercut. That's it. It ain't pretty. It ain't fancy. Watch for the uppercut.
That's all.
Instead of doing all this, the jab, 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 the 1-2, 1-2. Nope. Get this one uppercut. And that's all they should have did. All they should have done the entire game, like I said, put Tariq in the slot with Kelsey, have a running back on either side so they can force the defense to choose who they're going to cover. He didn't do that. That's what we do with Julio. When we want to get the ball to Julio, we want everybody else to get when we want Matt Ryan to establish all the other receivers, what they always do, always put Julio in the slot. It's either Julio Jones or they put Mohamed Sanu in the slot. Guess what? Now we got Russell Gage. Put him in the slot right next to Julio. Have Julio on one side, put Russell Gage and a tight end on the same side. So you're forced at that point to choose who you go. Are you going to carry? Are you going to hold Julio? Are you just going to let Russell Gage get 100 yards? Are you going to let Hayden Hurst have 100 yards? You choose. Andy Reid, I don't know why he didn't do that. I just, like I said, it's all ego, man. It's just all ego, and I can't wait to actually see the film breakdown on this. Do a film on this, man, because like I said, it's gonna. I kind of know what happened, but I'm just baffled at how he didn't use his running backs.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, Devon Stanford said Pat Mahomes was out there playing throw him up, bust him up.
Shit,
He damn sure was throwing it up and getting it there, bust out on their defense. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wind it down for the night. We'll let y'all get y'all Mondays back. I don't have a final call question tonight, but definitely what we would do here is we're gonna let the guys hear. We, like I said, J-Rock, Jew Talk Sport, Mr. Mad Mike. Like I said, appreciate you kicking it with me. I appreciate the people in the chat kicking it with me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get y'all final plugs in out the way. Like I said, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna do my little dribble, start this fast break off with Mr. J-Rock. Go get your final plug in, homie.
Hey, Kstylz, on another Monday, appreciate it. As always, dope kicking it with you on the Mondays, man. You guys can follow me on Twitch. I do my gaming stuff Monday through Thursday. Actually, when I get off this, I'm going to go ahead and start that off. But make sure you guys also follow the Atlanta Falcon Nation on Twitch as well. We also trying to get that where it needs to be with the goals and everything. So, yeah. If you got some gamers, man, and like the vibe with me, come in, chill. I'm going to drop my Twitch link in the chat. We'll get started probably right after this show. I'm going to kick it to my guy, Jew. Oh, this way.
Right there.
Okay. Before I go, I see a question. I'm going to answer this question first, if you don't mind, Kstylz.
Oh, go do your thing, man.
Yeah, he asking about the North Carolina running back Javonte Williams in the draft. Mr. Tony Wright. Personally, I like Javonte Williams a lot. He's one of the guys that's on my draft board. I can see the Falcons drafting him. I got either him, Javonte Williams. I got the boy from Alabama that everybody wants, Najee Harris. Clemson's running back Travis Etienne is my favorite running back in the draft because of his explosiveness. But I think Javonte Williams might be on the draft board a little bit longer than those other guys because he played at North Carolina. So maybe we could get him like in the third round, fourth round if he's still around. But I like him a lot as well. He has that explosiveness. He kind of reminds me of Chubb Rock that played at Georgia because he's short, but he's like built. He's a strong runner, and he has that straight line speed where if he hit a crease, he going to hit his head on the goalpost. So I like the kid Williams out of North Carolina. He's one of the guys on my draft board. But it's another guy that I want y'all to go check out in the chat. Y'all go look at, and we don't need a wide receiver, but this is a name that I've seen, and I really like this kid. TJ Vasher, Texas Tech. Go look at this guy's tape. Dude, 6'6", athletic, fast, and we know how much Arthur Smith loves those big wide receivers. Oh, that's one of the guys that's on my draft board. That's a monster. Go look at this guy. He looks like the next Megatron. When I seen this guy's tape, I was like, who is this kid? I ain't never even seen this college tape. I ain't seen no highlights of him. I was just looking up, like going through these guys that's in the draft, and he happened to pop up on YouTube, and I watched this tape, and I'm like, this dude a monster. He look like DK Metcalf Jr. So y'all definitely go check out TJ Vasher. I'm gonna be doing a tape, doing some film on him, dropping a video talking about him because he's on my draft board. But just to answer this question, I think Javonte Williams is one of those guys in the draft that the Falcons gonna look at, seriously look at. But it's a lot of guys. I mean, J-Rock been having me look at some of these safeties. Andre Cisco. I watched his tape out of Syracuse. Who's a monster. The guy from Pittsburgh, Paris Ford, monster. So yeah, man, y'all stay tuned because we're gonna have a lot coming for you guys. We need to do a draft show, guys. We need to do a draft show because there's a lot of
we
these
got
guys.
that.
Well,
I
even
would
maybe
love to.
yeah,
I love
we need to do a draft show. Either a draft show or maybe Big Low on the night he does film because man on YouTube there's a lot of clips of these guys and man these guys instincts and athleticism is crazy. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just give my last parting shot. You guys go to the channel Utah Sports, hit that like, subscribe button. AFN, hit that like and subscribe button. We both on the road to 1K. Kstylz, go hit that subscribe button for my boy. I had a good time kicking it with you on a Monday. And look, I might have to be a regular, man. I really enjoyed the Monday night show. Mad Mike Sports, he said his next goal is 10,000. So you guys know what to do. Go hit that subscribe button for your boy, J Rock. Y'all definitely go, check out his gaming on Twitch. But with that being said, I really don't have too much more to say other than for our Falcons heading into this draft and heading into this next season, because now the season is over. Heading into this next season, 2021-2022. Last night, the biggest takeaway from the game in the Super Bowl was the trenches. We talked about it. The defensive line and the offensive line. That should be our main priority. So Terry Fontenot, he comes from the Saints. We know what the Saints have done the last couple years. They suck in the playoff. They choke in the playoff. But in the regular season, they swept the NFC South, y'all. I don't know if you guys realize that, but the Saints did not lose a game in the NFC South past year. So if it's one thing that Terry Fontenot knows as a GM what to do, he knows how to draft in the trenches. He's been around that New Orleans, making sure players get re-signed. He knows how to bring back, and they fleeced us with Tyler Davis. It's a reason we should have known better when they let Tyler Davidson go. We should have known right then and there that we were being fleeced. But that's our number one priority. Going into this offseason, we need to look at the trenches. The offensive line and defensive line is the most important thing. We seen, like I said, with Pat Mahomes, when he wasn't protected, we seen with no offensive line, I don't care who your quarterback is. You can run as fast as you want. You can throw the ball as far as you want. If you can't protect your quarterback, he can't throw the ball from his backside. We seen Pat Mahomes. I don't need Kstylz to put the picture back up of him doing a Superman trying to throw the ball, which hit a player in the face mask. But that just goes to show you, he can't throw the ball and catch it. It is. That's what type of night it was. And y'all talk about Matt Ryan. That was tonight. He one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league. So y'all talk about Justin Fields playing behind this Atlanta Falcons offensive line. We've seen our offensive line this past year. He's gonna be looking just like that.
That's okay. Make a throw like that.
Exactly.
Well, that was an NFL street throw right there.
Yeah, but one man in the league who can do that, man. That's damn Patrick Mahomes. He's the only person to do that.
Look, he did all of that and still didn't get a completed pass, Mike. With that, I'm gonna kick it to you, dog.
Yeah.
This dude ran about 60 yards for that damn throw, and it bounced off the dude's face mask.
Come on, man. They were dropping everything last night, man. I don't know what was up with Kansas City. They receiver was dropping everything, man. But
go ahead, Jim.
You go ahead. You guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would like you guys to, in particular, if you haven't had the chance to subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation, we definitely want you guys to pay. So it's 70 people over there, man. We're trying to get to 1,000. Please just check it out, man. All we need is just a moment of your time. It don't take but maybe 1 minute to just hit up Atlanta Falcons Nation on YouTube. Hit us on YouTube. Like that's where we want you guys to go. I truly appreciate everybody for joining us, but please hit that subscribe button. You're going to get a lot of different types of content. It's not only just me. You're going to see Juice stuff. You're going to see Kstylz. You're going to see everybody's stuff on Atlanta Falcons Nation. But like honestly, like I said, we're trying to get to that 1,000, man. That means the world to us right now, because not only does it tell us that we're working hard, but most importantly is that you guys support us on everything that we do. You support us, and we're going to continue to give you guys nothing but the facts and the stats. All right, facts is going to be backed up by the stats. Okay, and that's how we do it here. We don't give you no watered down bull crap. Like that's not what we do here. You're gonna get the facts and you're gonna get evidence to prove why we saying what we saying. This is what you get here. All right. None of that, all that, that Matt Ryan hating. Look, we got Matt Ryan haters here, but they know here they're going to be supported. Even here, Matt Ryan haters is still going to be supported. We're not going to single them out. We're not going to block them unless you're doing something crazy. Even Matt Ryan haters, you guys are more than welcome here. If you're a Saints fan, Mark 504. We got all types of people that tune into our channel. All right. Everybody is welcome here at Atlanta Falcons Nation. So please hit that subscribe button there. Continue to support everybody. The links will be to each person's channel and Twitch. And please, that would truly, truly mean the world to us if you could just say, I subscribe to every single one. It doesn't matter on any video. Just say, I subscribe to everybody's channel, whether it's on Twitch and YouTube. Please do that for us. With that, Kstylz, what you got, bro?
Like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in, kicking in with your boy Just Kstylz. Hell, I'm on the road to 200 myself right now.
Let's get it.
I'm about 44 away from that. So, hey, like I said, we trying to give you everything. Our main focus here is to give you everything. Like I said, facts and as real as we can, even if you disagree with it or you agree with it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody's opinion matters here. The only thing we do not tolerate is disrespect of not only the people that are on camera, but the people in the chat. Like he said, we look for every fan. It don't matter what team you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like I said, just subscribe to Just Kstylz. Like I said, I actually got a couple. Like y'all said about the draft prospects and stuff. I actually got a couple I got to do. I didn't know how popular those were, but I guess everybody fuck with what I say. So I got a couple more. I'm gonna do it. I got two on. I got two of them on the way.
All right.
And all right. And oh yeah, J-Rock, I got yours too. Like I said, he might not be in the draft, but I'm gonna look at this big gargantuan ass safety linebacker you talking about.
You talking Milo Eifert? Yo, I'm telling you guys,
that motherfucker's a cyborg.
if y'all go look up Milo Eifert, y'all gonna be like, who's this kid's parents? What are y'all feeding this monster? Like seriously.
Thanos and Storm.
I feed that man the hammer.
But we cannot end this show without talking. Hey, J-Rock, what we was talking about? What would like I said? Go and tell them what you was gonna do. Like so I'm gonna let you go ahead and close out what you was gonna do.
Who has seen the Super Bowl commercials? What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. What do y'all think about the Super Bowl commercials? What was y'all favorite? I already got 3 of them in my mind. The Bud Light commercial was good. The Bud Light Legends with Cedric the Entertainer, Post Malone, and that one was a good one. The Eminem commercials is my favorite one, where he had the Eminem locked up in the car talking about something. I promise I won't eat any more of your friends. Had one in the car. You liar. The Cheetos with Shaggy was a good one too. That was an awesome one. You know what's so funny? I've seen bits and pieces of that commercials, but I think they showed that commercial in full. So that one was a really good one. What was another one? I don't know. What was y'all? I mean,
Like I said, the Samuel Jackson Verizon commercial was the funniest thing I saw all night.
That was a good one.
This motherfucker made a whole speech about 5G and got ate by a shark at the end.
That was a reference. What I'm trying to think. What was that
Deep Blue
reference
Sea.
to?
Deep Blue Sea.
Yep. That's what it was.
And, Mark
Well, what
54
you
said,
do?
"Where's Maggie?" He said, yeah, man. Maggie producing on the backside of the game, so I'm sorry. You gonna have to
Hey,
DM
dude, you got a
her.
favorite one?
Man, I
The
don't
Cheetos
remember
one's my
that.
favorite
I
one.
don't remember none of them.
The Cheetos one was good with Shaggy. I like that one a lot.
Have you been in the sofa?
That
It
was
wasn't
a good one.
me. I'm like, you all off beat and shit. God damn. Stay on beat, woman. What's wrong
And then
with you?
what? Honestly, I need y'all opinions. Just give me a rating out of 1 out of 10. What did y'all think of the weekend's halftime show?
Oh, I thought it was dope.
I ain't watching, to be honest with you, Case. To be honest with you, J Rock, I was talking to my dad on the phone, dog.
I thought it was dope. I give about a 9.
Okay. Yeah, I
About
was
9.
about an 8 or 9. I heard he paid for everything.
Then he get a 10 then if he paid for everything.
Yeah.
Because
I like the halftime show.
I think that was the first time I actually seen a halftime show where it wasn't just one concept. It was like multiple concepts going on at the same time. Especially when he was in the tunnel walking around with his dummies and stuff. And somebody made a meme talking about this is how he looked like when we looking for the stimulus checks. I thought that was dope.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
Plus, I like the weekend anyway. So,
man, I forgot about this one. The other Super Bowl commercial. This is my other favorite. It was the Bud Light. What is it? Settler, the lemon one where lemons falling from the sky.
Yeah,
that one was a good one too. My man was in the mirror trying to get his lineup, and he went whole ball spot right here.
Oh man, he scalped himself. No,
that one was a good one.
But yeah, like I said, we appreciate everybody here doing the damn thing. Like I said, shout out Jasmine Sullivan for her and Jasmine Sullivan and her. I know that. I thought that was somebody. I didn't know they spell it HER, but like I said, we about to tune out here. Like I said, we gonna get back in Mondays. Like I said, every Monday, 7 p.m. Just kicking it with Just Kstylz. You never know who's gonna be on here. And like I said, you ain't gotta go home, but we about to get the hell up out of here. Deuces.